Regardless, though, this morning, minutes, or I should say hours after this unsealed, Chief Acevedo came out to address the new federal charges.
We cannot change what happened. Can't change it. Can't go back. You can't go back in time. You just can't change it.
Today, 9 months to the day since officially announcing an investigation, the FBI and federal prosecutors officially charged two former Houston police officers through a grand jury indictment that was unsealed.
Del oficial sucio.
Dirty cop is how Chief Acevedo described former HPD narcotics officer Gerald Goings in Spanish, charged with 7 counts in this indictment, ranging from color of law violations, meaning depriving Dennis Tuttle and Regina Nicholas their constitutional rights, to obstruction for falsifying government records, including lying in his tactical plan, as well as tampering with a witness. His partner, Stephen Bryant, also indicted for falsifying records.
We're not going to talk about the specifics because, again, our #1 responsibility is to the Tuttles, the Tuttle family, Regina and her family, and the officers that went to execute what they believe to be a lawfully obtained search warrant based on factual information provided by the case agent.
While cameras were met with silence for most of the day outside a federal court, the families reacted through their attorneys. Regina Nicholas's family attorney, Mike Doyle, writing, "The federal indictments confirmed the breadth and depth of the lies told to justify the raid before and after the death of Regina Nicholas." Boyd Smith, in his response for the Tuttle family, said, "The family still has very limited information. They still have very many unanswered questions, and, like the rest of the world, we are eager to see how this plays out in the court of law." As for Chief Acevedo, he had this to say to Channel 2 Investigates.
We had an officer lie about his actions that led up to the issuing of a warrant. And for that, I apologize to that family.
An apologetic Chief Art Acevedo this afternoon during that news conference. If you recall, it was Channel 2 Investigates that busted this investigation wide open back in early February. At the time, Chief Acevedo said that his officers had reason to be at that home, even with the unlawful warrant that was discovered. The chief doubled down again in August after murder charges were presented against Gerald Goings by the Harris County District Attorney's Office. And today, when I asked the chief that very question once again, he said we did have probable cause. The truth will ultimately come out for everyone to see. Live in downtown Houston at the courthouse, Mario Diaz, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Mario, thank you. Coming up at 5 o'clock hour, Brittany Jeffers has more on that third person facing federal charges following the botched Harding Street raid.
A 911 call about